Hey, it's Don, the Auction Professor. Today I wanted to show you a haul. It's going to be a paper haul that I got, some oddball items, some transportation items. I've talked about a few of them in one of my prior videos, but I'm going to show you some detailed images here. Now, I've talked about this before. We do give out a buyer's premium, a commission to people, like a finder's fee when they turn us on. This is one of those deals where I paid out some money after somebody turned me on to a person. This is from a state, someone to retire, and they're not doing very well. I came into their personal collection, was able to buy some pieces, a little more than I pay for some items in a general rule, but altogether I got them all for a steal, and I'm going to make some money on them. So we're going to go over to the screen and I'm going to show you just an oddball mix of items. Not a ton of items, but there's some high dollar items in here. Some of them are from China, as I've talked about before. I've got some from California as well, and I got some of the pickings. I didn't pick all the high dollar items. I was cheap. I had some opportunities to buy some more high dollar items, which I did avoid only because the return on my investment would not have been as great as the ones that I did get. So again, this is someone who I'm going to go back to again. I was limited in time, as was he. He just wanted to see where I was at in prices and how we could talk and work together. So this is probably going to be a routine from this point on. He is going to deal with me first, and I'll keep referring and giving a finder's fee to the folks that turn me on to this. But this is where talking to people and making deals with people really help your business. And not everybody can just jump up and say, I'm going to give you a finder's fee. You got to know what you're doing. You've got to understand the categories you're in. You've got to have a network around it. You've got to have the ability to understand and pick out stuff without actually looking it up in front of certain people, because some people aren't going to like that. So these are areas that I usually do this with that I know very well. So we're going to go over to the screen and I'm going to just show you some unique and interesting items. It's not going to be a ton of stuff. I'm not going to sit here and spend all day. I could spend some long time on this one here, but I'm just going to show you some better items out of here just to give you an idea on some other items that I look for and things that do turn up in collections. But we're going to go over to the screen right now. Okay, so this is the first item. Now I'm just going to show you some random items. Again, most of these are from hauls, not all from the same haul, but just a mix. I've had questions on specifics and what kind of items I must get each week, and this is just some of what we find. So this is a die cut, nice collection. I would say Halloween related to some extent, clowns. I've got a few bucks into this. This came from a long time scrapbooker, someone who's in their 80s right now, from an estate, and then this one came from there too. Now I spent some money on these, quite expensive, I would say, for me. I spent $5 a piece. That's usually more than I would spend, but these are at least, say, 75 or so I would get out of each one of these. So actually a Shakespeare character, if I'm not mistaken. Some other items, I was going to show you some of what I get for the Christmas season. These are typical the cards, the type that I get. This is a new batch I got. These are brand new to me anyway. Cute ones, dog. Here's Art Deco one, from an interesting design too. Well done, to say the least. Here's another interesting one. This one here is hand colored, and you can tell even very easily because they went way out of the line right there. So somebody hand did this. Now this is a actual engraved image. This is pressed by a plate, circa 1910ish. This one might be like $60 or so. Here's another cute one. Merry Christmas, oh me, oh my. It's a pretty cute one, actually. Anyway, that's pretty decent. I should probably get 15 or 20. Here's another interesting one. World War II-ish, nice military plane. I don't mess with many like other odd days other than Christmas and some of the military, but this one is silk screened. It's actually been hand pulled. Let's see, it's Norcross. Now this is an early one, 1920s, nice deco one with the dog and all the design. That should be a pretty good penny on that one, $15 or so. Here's a cute one, cats. I would say anthropomorphic, obviously, ideal. Here's a cute one here too. Again, this is 15 or 20 bucks, I would imagine, on pretty much any of these. Let's pull out some more here. Again, holiday season, so I don't always just get Christmas out. Some of these are Valentine's. This one would have had a sucker in it, so this was probably a good item. I haven't seen one like this before for this holiday anyway. So anyway, I would say 10, 15 bucks. And I bought all of these together for 15 bucks, or, well, the equate of 15 bucks, because I got a bunch of different stuff. And at the end of the day, I figure I probably have 15 or so of these, because I paid one lump sum for all of them. Now, this one's not punched out. Other than this, it would stand up, and the heart folds in here, and that's how it would have been given, and then you'd open it up and see the duck. But I'm not going to mess with it because it's untouched. This is, $6-7 bucks most, but still, for a big lump sum deal like this, it's a good day. Valentine's, very cute, untouched, nice one, anthropomorphic. Here's a real cute one too, Pitter Pat. This one should do very well too. This one's in Hallmark card, the modern day Hallmark from 1936. I believe I had some, here's another Hallmark, 1936. Cute designs is what these sell, and I might put those in a lot, I don't know yet. They're all from the same series, 1936. And those are the Hallmark ones I would get, the earlier ones. Some of these go for $15-20 a piece. I'm not sure on these. I haven't looked them all up. I just know for what I have into them, I'm going to make a lot of money. That's all that really mattered. And again, because you sell a bunch of these and you see them quite often, and you kind of get an idea on which ones sell without even having to worry about it. This is a pretty cute one, 1920s, maybe 30s at the newest. Yeah, probably 20s or 30s. It's got a nice Made in USA early style one. Now, this one I really liked here. I love the color on it. Deco, no make or anything, but it's a cute one either way. Let me see how it opens up. There it goes. This one should do well. The bellboy, a dog. Here's another cute one. This one almost looks Disney-esque. Another Hallmark, 1930s Hallmark. So a cute one there. Again, this is the season you want to put these things up. They're going to sell eventually. A lot of these could be long tail. The Christmas ones I would imagine would sell this year, like this one here. This is a nice Hallmark here. Another 30s. That one's kind of cute. I don't do a lot of Easter, but this one's cute if I'm doing cards. I'll probably carefully uncrease that. You can do that with a air iron if you're very careful. This one's a little different because of the ink, so you'll have to be very careful. There's some protective things you do to do it properly, but Merry Christmas, this one's pretty cute. Santa Claus's dogs, this one should do very well. I might put 30 or 40. It's a Gibson by the GB. Anyway, that's a cute one. This one's pretty cute. These colors usually are from the same time, 20s and 30s. It's a pretty good one here. It's pretty cute anyway. Nice Christmas. These will sell. This one I really love too, Joytown. I've had a couple of these. There's a series of these, and it honestly looks like those could be, a few of them could be hand touched, but I'll have to dig into it a little better here. And no, I guess not. I see the pattern. It's printed. It's probably a silk screen. It was probably engraved and then silk screen. And this one's pretty cute. It's like a comic strip even. No make or anything on it, but that's still 20-30 bucks, I would guess, on that one. Pekingese here. This one's pretty cute. It's a play on words, of course. Another one on the other side. This one's another Hallmark from the 30s. Maybe 20s on that one. I could be wrong. I didn't look close enough. This one's cute. Scotty dogs always sell, so anything Scotty dog I usually put up. This one's cute. I've had a couple of these before. This must be a fairly common one, at least around here. It opens up. It's a cute image. They might even go in the dark. I haven't even checked. No make or anything, but still cute. Now here's a real cute Scotty dog. This one's going to sell really easily. Hopefully you can see it all there, but this one's really cute. It's got a storybook with it kind of thing, so no make or anything, but that's probably, I'll put $57.50 on that one. And again, I got like 15 in those there. Let me see here. What else do I got? Here's some V-mail. Now, I've talked about these before. They were sent overseas. They took up a lot less space than mailed letters. They could just go into an office. It would take like some kind of odd photo like this, and then they'd mail these off. It was a money-saving thing. You can usually tell where the person was by some of the APO addresses and stamps on them. I got a big bunch of military stuff in there too, so that came with that lot there. There were some postcards in here from France and things like that. There was some money in there from the Philippines. Now, this isn't worth much at all, Japanese and stuff, but I get a ton of it, so I just throw it in a lot at the end of the day. Here's another piece here. This is like a little flyer. It even has "On to Tokyo" by War Stamps. This is just like from like a GI's collection here. 5, 10, 15 bucks. Here's some other items that I got as well. Let's see here. This, let's see so you can see it a little better. It's a tally card. It's got the couple, the table, from like Bridge Game, but it's Washington. It's got ribbons on it. That should be a pretty nice item there. Now here's something I don't see very often either. I've got it in plastic right now, but this is a actual blotter from a hotel. I have not seen one that looks quite like a postcard before. It's bigger than a postcard, so it's no way nothing else but a blotter, especially with what's on the back. But they made a special design just to print on the blotter. So this one being from California, San Diego stuff doesn't sell very well, but this is different. I'd probably get 15 or 20. These little cards too I buy. You can run into these quite often. This is Barstow, California, so this one here might be 15, 20 bucks. Now here's a good one here. Now this is a terminal card, the train terminal, the depot and Centennial Station for the 1876 World's Fair. Now I have never seen this card here. This is early. This is from 1876. It's got information on it. They even changed the price. So this one I got lucky with. Again, most of this stuff's like $1 or less. This one here, I'm probably going to put like 250, maybe even 350 on it and just see what happens. I may only get 50 to 100 bucks, but I'm going to shoot out and try. This one is rare for sure, no doubt. Bird's eye view, nice colloquial style image on the front and stuff, so that's pretty interesting. Now I talked about these. Now these are from ships overseas in the Asiatic fleet area, and this one I can look up. It's an Army fleet ship. These are probably, that's 15 bucks or so. I think I got a couple of those. Let me just 1 second here. I'll just get to it if I do. I'm pretty sure I got another one of those. Now this is Indochina, a steamship, Lung Sang. Now this is a handwritten menu, probably to an officer's mess, 2 of them actually. I'm figuring since this is tied directly to China at the time, these might be 100 bucks, 150 a piece. I got 2 of them. I mean, I've got nothing into this lot, and almost nothing, literally. So here's another good item. Now this one you can't mistake for anything but Hong Kong. It's dated 1901. The Hong Kong Hotel Company. I mean, a perfect piece. It's got a British tax canceled stamp on it from Hong Kong. Payments received. I mean, this is just key. This is a real nice one here. No damage really to it other than a few minor wrinkles, which I might fix. Same with here. There's a corner. I might iron that out. I'm not sure yet. This is a 1901 Shanghai Football Club. Now, this piece could be worth like $500, $600. I've never seen anything like it. It's like, I don't know what you'd call it, like an add-in, like for maybe putting on the window or a playbill or something like that, or a flyer or something along that line. So it's a real good item. I've never seen anything like it. I've sold a lot of early Shanghai stuff, but nothing football and nothing quite this early. Obviously printed there, very cheap press. Now this piece is the bomb here, and again, I got nothing into this stuff here. And what is this? This is another one. No, this is from Hotel Avalon. No, this is from Catalina Island in California. It's like a hotel dance night thing kind of booklet. That should do very well. Here's another Hong Kong Hotel Company menu now. Now this one here, 1901, it's dated as well too. This might be 100, 125 bucks. There's mention in a dispensary and where you can buy and tourist information on here. Real nice one there. What is this one here? Tourist Glimpse of Japan. Now this one's pretty interesting. It's got fares and prices for U.S. soldiers, same time from like the Japan-Russo War era, you know, Japanese-Russian War, like 1903 through like 05, 6, 7 era when some of our soldiers were over there. They weren't technically in the war, but we did have a fleet over there at some time. Now here's another Hong Kong. Now Nanking Road is in Hong Kong area. I know that because I've had other items from there, and this hotel stuff shows up. These are both from the same thing. Gong. Now that one you can tie to the restaurant from here, I believe it is. But again, I've got a bunch of these. I got like 15 or 20 different cards like this, all from Hong Kong from 1900. He's got a comment to Nagasaki on there too, which that's not where this was. Nanking Road is in Hong Kong, and from what I would gather, those are actually Chinese characters. But anyway, that's part of it there. Let me show you this too. Now this was out of one of the estates too. When I talk about jewelry, this is 1920s. You can tell by how it's designed, the impressions, the fancy design on there. I mean, just the way it's constructed. 1920s, 30s at the latest, but this one I really believe is 20s. This one looks every bit its age. It's missing a stone or two here and there. I have some that I may replace that with. It's kind of iffy on that one. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But this one's pretty cool. I mean, for $1 here, I'm not going to quibble of it. I got it for, it was actually $2, but I got it for $1. There were some stones missing. Will take me, a few minutes to replace or try to get one that matches that. But this is interesting. Again, even in this condition, I'll probably get $30 for that piece. And then this one here, I've had a couple like this recently, and they sold really quick. So I don't buy a lot of these kind because they don't sell, I mean the chain kind like this. But this one has like teardrops, and this is actually a slider. So you can actually slide it. I've never seen one quite like this until the other day, and then I ran across a second one right after it. So I was quite surprised. The other one I had, I sold real quick. It's like a lariat almost. This snaps down and you can adjust it. It's got a nice stone on it, all nice heavily rhinestoned. I wish there was a maker on here. There might be. I haven't really dug into it. I paid $2 for this one here, and I think it was worth it. I'll probably get like $24.50 take home out of this. So anyway, that's a good one here. Just a little sidetrack from the paper. Okay, now here's some other items I got. Let me pull these over here so you can see them a little better. Mostly brochures. I wish I could get a little farther up, but unfortunately the setup I've got here isn't the greatest. Pretty decent item here, as you can see. This is 20s or so. I picked up a bunch of these. These are all California. That's the Glacier Lodge. That should do very well. This is Redwood Highway here. That one should do very well as well. And again, this all came with that big lot I got. The one that I just showed you from California, a few items from. Tour one, this is from California, Golden Gate, the bridge, the whole area, Carlsbad Caverns. So, I mean, I got like 50 cents or less in all of these all together. Probably way less than that. Now, this one's got a little damage to it, but it's still a real nice piece. It's got some nice images on this one here. So, this one here might be $40 or so. I haven't seen that one before. This one's 10 or 15 easily. World's Fair, nice deco images, lots of stuff to see in that one. Boulder Dam, this is an early one too, 30s or 40s. Tarmac, now this is a decent area too. And this one's on like, Mammoth Lake area, Tahoe area, heading that way. That one should do good. And then here's another one, see San Diego. So all together, those are good ones here. I've got this as well too. This is an interesting book. This one here is probably, this Dayton, Ohio, 1943, war era. It's got some information on presentees. This is probably 15 or 20 in the World War II section, I mean. Now here's a map that I got too. It's a brochure that's been carefully folded. It's a color map of Monterey. Now the last map of Monterey I sold, I got like $2.75 for it. It was much older than this one, but I'm sure this one will sell. Somebody will buy this and frame it, mat it. I'm sure even with that writing on there, they could always mat that out, the writing over here. But this is pretty interesting. Pebble Beach, the whole area. These always sell, always. I always get good money out of this. I'd say at least $50-$60 out of that one. And then I just got a couple other ones here. On the Monterey again, you can see it's a nice little booklet, Monterey, Old Monterey. And it's just got another map on it. Now I was lucky. These people must have traveled to this area, and that's literally where these come from. Again, this is just a small haul. This is 1 or 2 stops, I believe, total, and parts of those. So I'm not showing you all the other stuff I got from the same lot. But here's another map of Monterey. This has been like a handout of some sort, probably on a tour. You can see the fold lines in it. So this was folded, and somebody just pressed it down. They probably got it while they were in Monterey traveling. So again, that's literally what I'm showing you today. It's just a small grouping of parts of it. But I keep getting questions on what kind of paper you get regularly. What I'm showing you now is literally a typical day out to a couple sources. And again, I got way more than this on any given day. I buy it in bulk. I could sit here all day and just show you paper. Obviously, it'd get boring, but this is kind of along the lines of what you would see and what I look for. Most of this people wouldn't pay attention to, wouldn't think it would have much value, so that's how we do very well, because it looks just like paper. It's yellowed to some extent. Sometimes they're curled, sometimes there's bends, creases, rips, damaged surfaces and things. But if you get the right items, even in those conditions, it still sells. So that's what I have for you today. Well, there you go. That's what I have. Hopefully that gave you some ideas. If you liked the video, please hit the like button down below. You can also hit the bell icon to be notified when we post new content or go live. Subscribe and tell a friend.